Vande Mataram students, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to teach you science subject in this academic year for the 8th standard. According to NCERT syllabus, the first chapter we have crop production and management. So in this chapter, we are going to learn so many things. See, there's a processes of a crop, how to produce it and how to manage it. Means managing is nothing but how to store it. Only production is not important, we have to store it also for the future purposes. So see, now you understood the thing that when the lockdown started, how the farmers are suffering now to supply that perishable goods to the market. Very well, you also know that. So it is very important to produce also and to manage also. Means nothing but to store also. The storage is also important. So here two words are very important: production and management. So you must understand the difference between these two. Production is nothing but producing, managing nothing but storing. See, if just imagine that if the lockdown, if it is continued still up to 3 months, 4 months, 5 months like that, then where you will get the food to eat? So that's why the government, what they have planned that for up to 9 months, they have given that in recent in medias that up to 9 months, if the lockdown, if it is start continued also, you'll get the food. Got my point? So this is how they managed it. So they stored the food for up to 9 months. So this is a future planning of the government. So here I have made 16 slides for this chapter. So please, you can go through these all 16 slides. When I'm going to start to teach, if you have any doubts, you can drop that doubt in a group so that I can come with the solution. Okay. See, here the first slide containing 3 definitions. See this: agriculture, crop, and animal husbandry. See, there is some relation here. The bonding is between this crop and agriculture, that is held by food. See, both are related to food only, isn't it? See, before going for these definitions, I want to give some information regarding how the origin of this agriculture. See this, so many years back, people were nomadic, they don't have knowledge that time, and they were wandering in groups from place to place in search of food and shelter. That you learned in the previous chapters, that is in 7th 6th standard, you learned this one in social science. They ate raw fruits and vegetables and started hunting animals for food. Later, they could cultivate land and produce rice, wheat, and other food crops. Thus, the word agriculture born. So, students, here, according to this slide, I have given one definition that it is the science or practice of farming, including cultivation of the soil for the growing of crops and the rearing of animals to provide food, wool, and other products. See, there is some relation between the farmer and the animal. This agriculture definition containing there is some relation between the farmer and the animals, that is the commercial benefit is there for the farmer out of the animals. See that farmer, same time he is not only producing the crops, also commercially he is using the animals for the benefit purposes, that he is out of getting crops in the that time, when he will get the crops, the same time he is using animals also. He is getting the milk and wool, some other products from the animals, and he is getting benefit out of that. So this is a commercially he is going to get benefits. So this is that when he got a knowledge, then he will start cultivating. So I explained that before, he doesn't have any knowledge regarding this agriculture. That time he start wandering from one place to another place to start searching the food and shelter. Okay, so this is what the definition of agriculture. See, that's how it's born. So crop, next point is crop. The when plants of the same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale. See, crop is nothing but not growing a plant at one place, at one single plant. The definition is like that when plant of the same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. Very good example for this one is wheat you can take. So all of you, some of you are from village background, and all of you, your father and mother belongs to the farmers. I hope so that farmers only, and you understood the things how crop can be grown in the field. This is very important. So crop is nothing but a single plant. It is a group of plants on a large area. Okay. Yes. Moving to the next one, animal husbandry. The animals which are reared at home or in a farm means nothing but we have to take care of the animals, whether it is in the farms or in the home for commercial purposes. This is also parallelly farmer not only producing crop, he is also come up with the animal husbandry, means commercially he is using the animals, whether it will be in the home or in the farms. Okay, so I'm moving to the next slide. See cropping pattern here. See this, the cropping pattern. See, you already know that the crops are of different types like cereals, vegetables and fruits. That is whenever you're learning in 6th standard and 7th standard, you know the difference between the cereals, vegetables and the fruits. These can be classified on the basis of season in which they grow. India is a very vast country that you know. The climatic conditions like temperature, humidity and rainfall vary from one region to another. That is also you learned this one in the 7th standard. Okay. See the accordingly there is a rich variety of crops grown in different parts of the country. Despite this diversity, two broad cropping patterns can be identified. That is, I have added here another one in this slide. Basically there will be a three pattern we have, that is according to the season wise. So one by one, see first one is kharif crops. The kharif crops are sown in the rainy season, that will start from the June to September, and examples are paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut and the cotton. So usually the kharif crops are sown in rainy season, will start from the June and September. Now it is a May. Now May, April and the next coming month will be the June only, and June 5th only the monsoon will start. June 5th up to September it will be there. So this is a rainy season. So next one is a rabi crop. The rabi crops are sown in the winter season, that is from the October to March. Good examples are wheat, gram, pea, mustard and the linseeds. And these, for example, so you already know that this is the last season, that is winter season. You all felt these rainy winter and the summer seasons very well, and the winter season, very good example is wheat they have given. So with the help of the weather only the wheat will come. With the help of weather, humidity, these all will help the wheat to grow well. Okay, and then next one will be the jade crops. The grown these crops will be grown in some parts of the country during March to June. The March to June season will be a summer season. See, jade crops are mainly will start in March to June, means totally there will be a no water. There is no rainy season completely. Okay. See, then how the people will get the better yield crops in this season? This is the question. See, not from all the parts of the country, that is from all the areas, the farmers where they have the water sources like a lake, a river, well, borewells, and these all, those people only they will go with these jade crops like watermelon, bitter gourd, pumpkin, and the cucumbers. Okay. So understood the cropping pattern. There will be a basically three types we have: kharif crops, rabi crops, and the jade crops. These are all three types of the season wise we are going crops, and this one given in the 5th standard. So you already learned these all. Okay. See, next I'm moving to the next slide. See here, very important. This is a very important slide. That is agricultural practice. See, total this crop production and management depending on this slide only. See, this agricultural practice, the cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by farmers over a period of time. See that when the farmer so many years back he got a knowledge, then he started cultivation of the crops in a various processes. So these are containing so many processes. So it is not started by, it is not easily you can start the by sowing the seed into the field and getting the crop within a day. It's not like that. It has a season. That's why I made a season, 3 seasons, season wise farmers growing the crops. That is farmers getting the crops. See, you may find that these activities are similar to those carried out by the gardener or even by you, or you grow ornamental plants in your house. So these are exactly same. See, these activities or tasks are referred to the agricultural practices only. So these steps are very important at the point of examination also. So if you understood these all the steps and the whole chapter only, you can analyze it. Okay. So first process is preparation of the soil. How will you prepare the soil? If you want to get a good quality of the crop, we need to prepare the soil. Means preparation of soil means already the soil is there in the field, only we need to turn the soil. Only we need to turn the soil means we need to till the soils. Tilling, I will come back to you the word tilling afterwards. Okay. See, first process is preparation of the soil, second one is the sowing, third one is adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from the weeds, harvesting, and the storage. See that it will start with the preparation of the soil and with the storage. That is the production. It will start with the production and with the management. That is the thing with the storage. See here, I will come back with the preparation of the soil. Next slide it is. See, preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. See that before growing a crop, before sowing a seed into the field, we need to prepare the soil here. See that, then how will you prepare the soil? See, so in ancient days, farmers doesn't have any, technically they are not sound, they don't have any modern tools. The old one only they've used and they started their production. See this, the one of the most important tasks in agriculture to turn the soil and loosen it. See, how will you prepare the soil? We need to turn it and we have to loosen the soil. It's very important, and I'm keep explaining you this turning and loosening the soil whenever you're studying the soil chapter in the 6th standard, whether it will be in the 7th standard. It's very important. And some of you are from the village and you know very well how to turn it, how to tilling it. Okay. See this. First is that here that you see tilling or plupping, the first step before growing a crop is to turn the soil and loosen it. That is by nowadays in the modern days we are using the tractor. That is a we can see that is a drilling machine. That is by using tractor we are turning the soil. That you know very well. This allow penetration of the roots deep within the soil. That is which will make the soil loosen. When it will loosen the soil, it is very easy for the microbes which are present in the soil to breathe. That is to exchange the gases which are there in the microbes are there. So many tiny microorganisms which are present in the soil, and like earthworms also there. So they are inside the soil. They are not on the top soil. They are on the below the top soil. So the living organisms means they also need to, for the breathing purpose, they also need the oxygen. So it is very important to turn the soil. Okay. See, loosened soil helps in growth of worms and microbes present in the soil, which leads to the addition of humus to it. See that. So it's very important. Humus, that is a fertile soil. If we want to convert a normal soil to the fertile soil, we must need the humus. See that if you can't turn the soil, if you can't cramp the soil, so it is difficult to get the better yield of the crop at the end of the season. So that's why we must need to turn the soil, and we have to need to loosen the soil also, which will add, that is the plus point for the soil, that will, that if you turn the soil will become fertile. That is very important. Okay. See, the next point is it also brings the nutrient rich soil to the top so that the plants can use these nutrients. See that if you can't turn the soil, the nutrients which are there in the below topsoil, it you can't turn it, then how that nutrients will come to the topsoil? Because when you start sowing the seed into the field, that will up to, hardly it will move up to 5 centimeters or within 12 centimeters, within a foot. So the topsoil, if does not containing the nutrients, then you can't get the better yield of the crop at the end of the season. This is how we need to turn the soil, we need to loosen the soil. It will help the soil also, it will help the microorganisms which are present in the soil, and also the earthworms also. So you know that earthworm is the better friend or the best friend of the farmer in case of loosening the soil, which will better addition of the humus to the soil, which will make the soil fertile. Okay. See, before going for the next slide, I want to give some little bit another information regarding this preparation of the soil. See, you have learnt in the previous classes that soil contains minerals, water, air, and some living organisms. In addition, dead plants and animals get decomposed by soil organisms. In this way, various nutrients in the dead organisms are released back into the soil. These nutrients are again absorbed by the plants. See, this is the question arises here. See, how nutrients are there in the soil? This is the question. See that in the 5th standard only you learned that what are nutrients. See, soil contains a rich nutrient, that is a nitrogen. So, but nitrogen is there in the form of a gas in the atmosphere. You know that is the 75%, or mostly it is 70 to 75% of nitrogen is there in the atmosphere. Being a gas, being a non-metal, then how the crops are going on the field, then the nitrogen is there in the atmosphere. How there is a link between that nitrogen and the plants? See that nitrogen must need this, this plants must need this nitrogen for the proper growth. You know that is, you heard that is acid rain. With the help of the acid rain, when there will be a rainy season, the water droplets mixed with the nitrogen will be converted as a nutrients, nitrates, phosphates, ammonia. Then you also learnt in the 7th standard that the roots of the plant containing rhizobium bacteria, that you know this. Those rhizobium bacteria will convert that nitrogen into nitrates in the form of ammonia, which is rich in the nutrients which will support the plant for the growth. Are you getting my point? Are you understanding? This is very important, how these nutrients are there in the soil. How? So that is why we need to turn the soil which are there below the topsoil. That nutrients all there in the below the topsoil. So the season wise we need to turn the soil. We need to loosen it. Okay. See, the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tilling, or also we can say that is a fluffing. This is done by using a fluff. That is farmers already. You know that is a fluff. What is a fluff? Okay. Fluffs are made of wood or iron. If the soil is very dry, it may need watering before fluffing. The fluffed field may have big clumps of soil called cramps. It is necessary to break these cramps. Okay. Leveling the field is beneficial for sowing as well as for irrigation. Leveling of soil is done with the help of the leveler. Sometimes manure is added to the soil before tilling. This helps in proper mixing of manure with the soil. See that. What is tilling? Tilling or fluffing is nothing but turning the soil or loosening the soil with the help of a tool. We can call it as a tilling or it is a fluffing. So before, in the ancient times, the people they have used the wood only. They don't have that time, the iron was not discovered, the metal iron was not discovered that time. So they are usually they will use the wood only. By the help of the wood only they have made the tool to turn the soil, to loosen the soil. Then afterwards, as the technically they are sound, then they are come up with the iron and they start loosening and turning the soil. So here the farmers mainly they will use some tools for turning and loosening the soil. See, the mainly that is where discussed now, that is a plough, another one is a hoe, and the third thing is the cultivators. So these hoe and these ploughs, these cultivators, all are these modern tools. There is nowadays still now also nowadays the farmers not using these hoe also, and that is the first thing, that is fluff also. Now they are using the cultivators with the help of the tractors. And why they are using this? Because to save the time also, and also human resource. This is very important. Okay. See guys, so these are the slides which I gave, very important. Then the upcoming slides which are there in this whole lessons, I will come back with you in the next video. And up to that, keep watching the videos and subscribe it, and just to press the bell icon, and you can forward these videos to your friends which are there in the other schools, which are there in the other cities like Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore. Okay, so you just forward it, which will help me, that it will help me in this way, that it will motivate me, that will give a better kind of a videos in upcoming days. Definitely I will come with the better quality of the videos which will help you for your future. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much.